just one of those days. It's just one of those days.
And we're back. You missed us?
Did you guys miss us?
Did you miss us? I know, we weren't here last month. You know, scheduling, all that fun stuff. Bullshit. I don't know.
Life sucks.
Yeah. But we're back.
We're back. This is Schlockfest.
Full force Schlockfest.
Yeah.
And today's treat.
Well, I'm Ray McGuff.
Oh, and I'm John Paul Mantilla.
And with us, as always, is Emmett.
Emmett Dog.
Emmett Dog.
Emmett Dog, okay.
And what's today's feature?
We got the special treat that people have been asking for. I.e. Wendy, yes. You've been asking for this. It's the wonderful 1993's My Boyfriend's Back.
My boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, or something like
Hey,
to that effect. It is the romantic zombie movie. It's a romantic comedy zombie movie.
Okay.
So, let's see. It was released on August 6th of 1993. So, you know, that's the best time to release zombie movies, in the summer.
Yeah, I always said August was the best time.
Yeah.
For scary films, right?
Well, I mean, they released Freddy vs. Jason in August.
They should have a month where it's just scary movies.
They should.
Wait, what is that?
Oh, shit, that's October.
Right, but, you know, marketing people think they know better than everybody else.
What do we know?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to let you run down the fun stuff.
So, again, My Boyfriend's Back, 1993. Release date, August 6, 93. Director Bob Balaban. Plot is, Missy McLeod is the most beautiful girl in school.
She is.
And Johnny Dingle has been in love with her for years.
Dingle. His last
Johnny
name is
Dingle.
Dingle.
One night, Johnny is killed trying to win her over. And he soon comes back from the dead to win Missy's heart. Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Budget was $12 million, which was a lot for 93. That's a pretty big budget. Grossed United States, what do you think?
I don't know, like $2 million.
Close. $3,335,000.
That's a lot of money.
Fun fact, Johnny Zombie was the original title of this film.
Which sounds like a cool title.
It's also another fun fact, one of the first romantic comedy zombie films.
Yes.
First starring role for Matthew Fox, Party of Five.
Yeah.
Party of Five.
And Lost.
Party of Five. Oh, no, and Lost.
Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
I'm not loving this shit right here.
What?
I'm not loving this shit right here.
Yeah?
I want to be rolling.
Rolling.
I'm not loving this shit right here.
Yeah.
Guess what, Randy? I fooled you.
Yeah.
We're not doing this movie.
We're not doing this movie?
Nope, Randy. We are doing the new classic, The Fanatic.
It's just one of those days.
Yeah.
So you tricked me? You
I
did a whole
tricked you.
trick?
Yeah. Let me tell you. Did I fool you? I think I did.
Yeah, you fooled me.
I fooled you.
I mean, you kind of creeped me out a little bit.
Yeah,
'Cause I thought this is how I die now.
This is how you die now. I feed
I
you.
fooled you!
I feed you ribs, and then I kill you on video.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's like I'm your biggest fan.
It's one of your prevert movies.
Yeah,
With the death sex, what they call
something
this?
like that.
Snuff films.
So let me tell you about this Fanatic. Because
All right.
You're my biggest fan, Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're my biggest fan.
You're my biggest fan. You know why I'm rolling?
I don't know.
Because this movie's written and directed by none other than Limp Bizkit's Fred Durst.
Shut up.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me
loving
watch
this shit right
a
here.
fucking Fred Durst.
That's
movie?
right.
It's just one of those days.
Loving this shit right here,
We got,
Fred Durst.
we got My Boyfriend's Back queued up here. What are you talking about?
I'm loving this shit right here. Look, Fred Durst wrote and directed this movie.
Okay.
Okay, here's the plot line. It's really fast, really easy. A rabid film fan who loves horror movies. And his favorite action hero and horror movie heroes loves him and just worships him. That's the whole story.
That's the whole story.
That's
What's
the whole
budget
plot.
on this thing?
What's the whole budget? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, hit me.
All right, budget of this movie. Here's what it is, boys and girls. $12 million. What do you think it made?
Well, I mean, since I hadn't even fucking heard of it, I would say $0.
No, you're wrong.
What?
Go a little higher.
Like worldwide or just,
Let's go U.S.
Okay.
Domestic.
$1 million.
You're wrong.
Okay, what?
You're so wrong. This movie that just recently came out on August 30th of this year, you can also get it on VOD. That's how I got it, boys and girls. That's right. Has only made, as of today, when I looked up, $3,150. $53.
Shut the front door. That's got John Travolta in it?
And it has John Travolta!
Because now that you, that I've heard of this.
Yes.
I didn't even think it was out yet.
Oh, it's out.
Okay.
And we're watching it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, boys and girls, I'm in for a treat because I don't know about you, but John Travolta's making quality films.
Because John Travolta was one of Randy's favorite actors from Pulp Fiction.
A long time ago. Years.
Back in 1993.
Back in the 90s, I loved every John Travolta movie that came out. I even liked Michael. I like Michael.
And Look Who's Talking.
And Look Who's Talking 1 and 2 and 3.
Yeah, and 3. There was no 3. But anyways, here's the fun fact. I'm going to give you the fun fact about this movie. So Fred Durst apparently had a rabid stalking fan and decided, I'm going to make a movie out of it.
Wow.
And that is The Fanatic.
And
with John Travolta.
Where do you go to get $12 million when you just have an idea?
You call up Lionsgate. And Lionsgate gives you $12 million to make The Fanatic. So, boys and girls, we're in for a treat.
We're in for a treat. We're going to be watching The Fanatic starring John Travolta, written by Limp Bizkit's Fred Durst.
That's right. Give me rolling, rolling, rolling.
I guess you can check out My Boyfriend's Back on some other day.
Yeah.
Hey, here we go.
You got to have faith.
You got to have faith. Stay tuned.
It's just one of those days.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Dunbar. Is Hunter Dunbar here tonight?
That's enough.
I need to get an autograph. Don't let him do this to me. I'm a fan. I'm a #1 fan. Is it difficult to find famous people's houses?
I use my Star Map app. You have to be careful. I don't want you to be accused of stalking.
Hey, you can't just come to my private residence looking for me. Listen, pal, I don't know how you found me, but I don't ever want to see you in this neighborhood again.
I just wanted an autograph.
Wait! Out of your mind.
All right, we're back.
We're back. My Boyfriend's Back. Great movie.
Yeah, we did not watch that. We just finished The Fanatic.
Fanatic.
With John Travolta and that guy from Idle Hands.
Yes. The guy from Idle Hands.
I have to say, I'm at a loss for words here. This might be
the most Academy Award winning role John Travolta has been waiting for since Pulp Fiction.
It might be the saddest thing I've ever seen an actor of that caliber fall to. I literally, okay, here's my biggest problem with this movie, is I've been this guy, Moose.
Oh.
I went to several horror conventions, and I've been a stuttering fucking moron around celebrities.
So you're a stalker, is what you're telling me.
I did. And when I went to California one time, I bought a map of the stars. I went to Ozzy Osbourne's house. We got kicked out of Steve Martin's area. I have been a stalker. I walked around with a map of the stars looking at Star's house.
All right, well, let's digress and tell everybody about this wonderful film I made you watch.
So The Fanatic, tagline is, you are a fan. Without you, I am nothing. Hunter Dunbar. Hunter Dunbar is a fictional version of every big horror movie actor ever. He's like the dude, played by Devin Sawa. Is that how you say it?
Sawa.
From Idle Hands. And our main character...
And Stan from the Eminem video.
That's right, he was Stan in the Eminem video.
Yes.
Moose is played, that's our main character, by John Travolta. He's played in a very Mice and Men, Lenny scenario.
You are so nice.
Yeah.
Look, boys and girls. You've seen the movie Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
He is Simple Jack.
He's Simple Jack. So that's how the movie opens. This fucking village idiot Moose that Travolta plays, who's a huge movie fan, goes into a memorabilia store. He's buddies with the guy. And his very first line of dialogue is, I can't talk too long. I've got to poo.
Hey, Aaron.
Chocolate mousse.
I can't talk too long. I gotta poo.
That sets the bar for this film.
I mean that's brilliant. No room for dialogue.
Yeah.
Heavy monologue in this movie.
Here's how Travolta plays this guy.
You just have to go. Hey,
he's rocking all the time. He goes,
gotta poo.
I can't talk very long. I gotta poo. He's gone full on
Simple Jack.
Simple Jack.
I mean, please flash the image of Simple Jack, Aaron.
Yes. Insert Simple Jack here. Juxtapose with Travolta's Moose from this movie.
And they're the same character.
They're the same character. Okay, so Moose is clearly a big fan of the fake guy. Well, he's fake for not in the film. In the film, Hunter Dunbar is a big movie actor.
He is ginormous.
He finds out that Hunter Dunbar is going to be signing autographs at this very store. So he buys a $300 leather jacket.
Yes, it's a jacket.
Kind of. It's like cut off.
Yeah.
That says Rico on it.
And yeah, it's from one of his movies. Yeah.
To come back.
Vampire Killer.
Yeah, come back and get signed at the signing. He wears it on the front so that Rico's across his chest. Gets on his little moped, and this is where we go to see where does this guy live?
Yeah.
Where's this guy? What's he about?
But before that,
What?
before all of this,
No.
we get a voiceover.
Oh yes, that's right.
By a character named Leah. We don't know her name is Leah. We don't know anything. All we get is a voiceover
About how Los Angeles sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks the soul out of people. It's
Yeah.
broken dreams, and Moose is great.
But Moose is great.
Her name is Anna Golja as Leah. She was pretty good. I'll give her props on this. Okay.
The nose ring bothered me, but it always does.
Nose rings are nose rings. I've never been a huge fan.
This
of
is okay. Looking like a bull and you're a girl.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, so
thank you.
we get this voiceover. Like I said, he's in the shop. He buys the thing. He goes home to his house. He's talking to himself in the mirror, like imagining meeting Mr. Dunbar. But he keeps rubbing his ear and sniffing it. I swear to God, he does this. Oh yeah. Hi,
smells
Mr.
good.
Dunbar. I've got all of your movies on VHS and
And DVD.
I'm telling you, this movie is fucking disgusting sad.
You love it.
It's terrible. Okay. So this guy's practicing meeting his favorite artist and finally gives up. Cuts to an alleyway. He's sitting there with his head against the wall, and this is where we meet Leah.
We meet Leah for the first time. And you find out she is a paparazzi.
She's a
photojournalist.
Yeah, she's a TMZ wannabe paparazzo. She's trying to sneak Moose into this party where she believes Hunter Dunbar is going to be. She finally gets Moose in by throwing him over this wall, like giving the old lift up, like a cartoon.
But she did ask him to bring bolt cutters.
Yeah,
he brings just
scissors, which is hilarious. But he's like, I don't know what those are. Anyways, she throws him over. His first thing is my shirt okay? Because he's got this horror shirt on. It's a one of a kind, according to him. They don't make them.
It's got Universal movie monsters actually on it.
It's pretty cool.
I
actually would wear the shirt.
I would wear it too.
But I wouldn't be a fucking weirdo about it. But anyways,
Yes, you would.
I probably would. So he's over the wall. They're at this party. She climbs over. She starts taking pictures of people. He starts going around sniffing food. He asks the bartender whether or not he can. The bartender's like, "What do you have?" He's like, "A milkshake,
a strawberry milkshake."
I like a strawberry milkshake made with real ice cream." And the guy's like, "Dude, we have
a bar.
soda and beer and whiskey. It's a bar. I don't want none of that." And do you know if Dunbar's going to be here? And the guy's like, who? He's like, never mind. He walks away all pissed off. Starts sniffing the food. Then he sees this chick named Amanda, who was one of Dunbar's co-stars. Goes up to her, has a whole moment where she's actually flattered by his love of her films, and then freaks out when he's like, I want an autograph. and they kick him out because he's like trying to get an autograph. She tells him Dunbar's not coming to this party
because he's taking care of his
his
kid.
kid, you know, right? He gets thrown out. It's a whole thing. He fucks it up. He doesn't get the autograph. He gets told to fuck off, right? So he goes to back home. We find out what his job is. He's a street performer.
He is a street performer. And what kind of street performer is he, Randy?
He dresses like an old cop from London.
Poppycock!
Yeah, he says.
Poppycock!
He's practicing in this mirror again. His
Poppycock!
British accent. Poppycock!
Poppycock!
I'm from London, England.
The Beatles are coming!
Yes, I don't know what character he's supposed to be, but he gets pictures taken of Hollywood. If you've ever been to Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard, there's all these fucking nutcases.
That's why it's called Hollyweird.
Trying to get you to take a photo with them for money. When I was there, I was trying to get a picture with Supergirl, and Superman walked up, and I was like, fuck off, dude. Quit trying to... Then I ended up getting a picture with both of them because I felt bad. They're both Spanish, so I have Spanish Superman and Spanish Supergirl.
Please find this photo.
I have
see it.
I have the photo.
And post it on your social media.
When I get home tomorrow night, I'll post it on social media. So Aaron England, Franklin the Wizard, can have it.
The Wiz.
So anyways, in Hollywood, Los Angeles, this shit all really happens. I don't know about the stalking, I would imagine. Like I said, you get caught up in it. It's a very weird vibe there. You get caught up in the celebrity. So anyways, that's his job.
Seek help for Randy.
I just want your autograph. Fucking give me your autograph. I'm your biggest fan. I pay money for your shit. I've seen all your films. Give me your autograph.
This is if Randy was stalking Quentin Tarantino.
Come on.
This movie would be real life for Randy.
I just want to talk to you about films. Is that so much to ask?
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino?
Quentin Tarantino.
Or nicest, we're getting sidetracked here, but Clive Barker. I love his books. He actually talked to me like a human being. I didn't have to be a weirdo about it.
He did. You're a little weirdo about it.
I was a little weird because it was nerve-wracking. It was nervous. But anyways, I digress.
He digresses.
Back to the movie. So, we got our fucking Lenny character here.
Moose!
We find out what he does. He gets bullied all the time by these fucking other street performers. One guy just shoves nails in his nose because...
That's awesome.
Mind freak. I just shoved nails up in there.
The Amazing Jonathan.
Yeah. Well, it's Todd the God.
Todd the God!
Yeah, but at any rate, we find out that's what his job is. Cut back to Travolta's now in line, right?
Yeah.
He's in line to meet his friend, the guy that he loves, he admires, Mr. Dunbar. He waits for hours. This is the part of the movie where I think that somebody probably should have consulted with Travolta. Because he's staring at this dude like he wants to fuck him. The guy,
they even do the mood lighting.
They do the mood lighting. He's like... And I don't know if you guys are up to speed, but Travolta may be a closeted homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
We just want him to be.
But I just want him to just be intrusive. He's if Kelly Preston's not into it, hey, that's cool, I guess. But this movie's clearly got that overtone, and he's like staring at him like he wants to fuck him. It's just really off-putting in the context of Travolta's been saying, I don't blow dudes, and then he's staring lovingly at this
I love you, Randy.
guy. It's just weird.
I love you, Randy.
It's a weird scene.
I love you, Randy.
Gets up, though, to sign, like he's next in line, getting his shit out, got his leather jacket, got his ink pen.
Rico. He's got special ink pens.
Yeah, special ink pens, because we know from going to cons,
You gotta have special ink
you gotta
pens.
have special ink pens for certain things. Certain ink runs on this item, and it's not of any sort of value anymore. You got to have the right ink pens. If you're going, you can't just take Sharpies.
That's right.
You can have Sharpies because some of them work. It's a thing. I digress. Back to the movie. The guy gets an urgent message that he has to go out in the parking lot and talk to his wife. She's there with his kid.
It's his ex-wife, actually.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry.
You gotta lay the foundation down.
Okay. It's his ex-wife. He goes out. He's talking to her. She's a real bitch. as you would expect.
She's like, I have to go on a date.
I have to go on a date. You have
we
to take
talked
this
about
kid.
it.
Now, mind you, this kid isn't like 5. He's like 27 years old.
He's not 20.
All right, he's like 12.
He was like 15.
Whatever.
Whatever.
He doesn't need a fucking babysitter is what I'm saying.
No.
He could have stayed home and watched fucking,
Play PlayStation.
yeah, Xbox videos on YouTube and ate his popcorn while his mom went out and sucked the dude off. Whatever. He
Played the Minecraft.
But anyways, back to the thing. Our character Moose, super pissed off that this guy leaves right in the middle, runs out. Mr. Dunbar, I'm your biggest fan. I have all of your DVDs.
Sign this.
Sign this. I was next in line. I think you forgot. He's like, motherfucker, I didn't forget nothing. You better go inside. Stop talking to me right now. I'm talking to my wife, or ex-wife. Goes back to the conversation. She drives off all in a huff. He runs up to Mr. Dunbar and says, hey, I'm on your side, Mr. Dunbar. You're the greatest. And then this is where the actor now goes, okay, fuck you, dude. I'm not signing any of your fucking shit. As you would, in this thing. So that's happening.
And I pose the question to you. So far in this movie, who is the villain of this movie?
Yeah, at this point, I can't really tell who is the villain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you're leaning towards
Moose because he's such a fucking weirdo. But you kind of get glimpses that Dunbar is not a very good guy.
Well, he's a bit of a dick.
He's kind of a dick. And he's clearly treated his ex-wife poorly because she has that, like, you're a terrible person, but you're a good actor, and drives off kind of thing. So, dude doesn't get his shit signed. He goes back home. He's super pissed off about it, right? Cuts back to Slim, and that's the guy's name that's sticking his shit in his face, his little helper. So Todd the God is running a scam with Slim where he does this face shit on Hollywood Boulevard, and then Slim steals the money from the wallets of the people that are watching as they're also donating money. So they keep trying to get our retarded friend to
Simple Jack
to help him, but he doesn't want to. And I don't understand why they would. He would draw attention. He's a great big fucking galoot. You know what I mean? Like, he would be
poppycock.
Yeah, he's yelling poppycock. He's dressed in a I don't know why they even want his help, but they're bullying him. This is where also the cops there's like a security guard. He's like, you guys got to stop bullying this guy, and they're like, fuck you. And then he tells the guy straight up, stop letting people push you around.
Don't put these people push you around.
So that, and then our hero hangs out with Leah again for a little while. This is where she introduces him to an app.
This is a great app.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this app is real, but
Right.
but they're going to have to block Randy from using this app.
The Stars app. Now, when I was out in California the first time and I did all this tourist shit, I actually bought a map of the stars. We didn't have cell phones back then. I know it's hard for people to believe that these fucking things haven't just been around forever, but I never had one of these until like 2005. So, anyways, this is 1999. I'm out there. So now, 2000s, where we're in the 20 teens now.
20 teens.
They've got apps with Star Map on it. So she tells them how to do it. You can download this app. You can find whoever you want.
Ooh, Ben Affleck.
So yeah, he goes and finds Ben Affleck's house. Who else? I forget.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. He's like really stoked, calls her up, like, I'm not going to do nothing weird. Right?
Right.
Then we get a montage of him writing this letter to Mr. Dunbar.
Dear Mr. Dunbar. It kind of reminded me of the scene from the video Stan and the song.
Yeah.
Dear Eminem.
Yeah, that's actually right.
I'm your biggest fan.
I'm your biggest fan. Why won't you do some shit for me?
Yeah.
Love Stan.
Love Stan, yeah.
You know?
So it was similar to that.
Yeah, it's very similar. He's writing all this stuff. He encloses a drawing of something,
And he says,
yeah,
love Moose.
Love Moose. So he takes it to his house. Now, Dunbar happens to be jogging that morning, and he runs into him, and he goes, hey, don't you fucking come around my house, you fucking weirdo. I don't want your fucking letter. Get out of here. Don't come back here. So now Moose is just heartbroken. He goes back home. He's letting all this shit build up in him. He goes back to Hollywood Boulevard where they're fucking with him again, you know.
And he stands up for himself.
Stands up for himself this time. He grabs the dude by his neck and then says, what?
I wish Freddy Krueger would come and chop off your head, and it would roll in the street, and a truck would squish it, and the blood would splatter everywhere, and everyone would watch it.
I forget.
He says, I wish Freddy Krueger would
That's right.
now.
I wish Freddy Krueger would come in here right now and slash you and take your head off, and then they would get squished and they get run over by a car, and everybody would see.
Yeah.
Something to that effect.
Something to that effect. It's pretty dead on.
Yeah.
Good job on you.
Thank you.
And then the security guard pops out of nowhere and he's like, message. No, I'm just kidding. He goes, good job. Way to stand up for yourself. And he's like, people gotta stop making fun of me.
Don't make fun of me.
And he runs off. And then you know from here on out, things aren't going to be good.
I mean, the screws have totally fallen off the rails.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, and they've fallen off.
It's just one of those
So
days.
now he goes back to Dunbar's house, sneaks in through the plants, jumps over the fence. He wants to leave his letter. The maid comes out, right?
Yeah.
Does she shoo him off, or
She shoos him off.
shoos him off? He drops the letter.
Yeah.
He comes back later, right again. This time, he's full on like, hey, I'm watching through the bushes. She finds the letter. It's taken days at this point, right?
Or we suspect.
Yeah, we suspect. And he's like runs out and he goes, don't read it,
Don't read it!
And then uppercuts this broad and fucking kills her. Drives her nose through her fucking brain.
And he's like, nosebleeds.
Yeah.
I get nosebleeds.
He leans down. He's like,
they're
oh,
terrible.
I get nosebleeds sometimes too. They're terrible. And then he goes to this motherfucker's house. This is where this movie, even what I just told you, if you're like, oh, that's crazy, it gets worse. He starts walking around this guy's house, looking at his awards. He fucking
Grabs his toothbrush
Yeah.
and brushes his teeth with it.
plays the piano and says,
You rattle my brain.
yeah, you rattle brains and hurt my head. He doesn't even know the words of the song.
Well, they didn't want to play for good. They wouldn't pay for it.
He looks in the guy's fridge and goes, this guy's got all the money in the world. He don't even got no ice cream.
No ice cream.
Brushes his teeth and tongue with the dude's fucking toothbrush. Then sits down and watches home movies on the guy's video camera.
He does.
Falls asleep. Mr. Dunbar shows up with his kid. This guy's sneaking around like the fucking poltergeist. Hides in the guy's closet. The kids goes to bed, right?
Yeah.
Hides under the bed. He doesn't leave this house.
He doesn't.
He has several opportunities to get out. Stays.
Takes little selfies while
Yeah.
Dunbar falls asleep.
Now, when he's in the bathroom earlier, I kind of failed to mention this is kind of important. He finds all this medicine and they're all sleeping pills. So he knows this guy is a hard sleeper. I think that's why he was sticking around.
Yeah, maybe.
So our hero at this point, still, right?
Yeah,
Dunbar. He takes some sleeping pills, washes down the PBR,
Yeah.
and falls asleep. Creepy McGirt, Moose, comes out of the woodwork, starts taking selfies with the guy, kisses him on the forehead,
Drops his phone
drops
on
his
him.
phone on him, which almost wakes him up. He's like, "Ah." He goes back to sleep. This dude, does he leave after that?
Of course
no.
not.
Not Moose, no. John Travolta sits down and starts watching Night of the Living Dead on this guy's home theater system. And has a flashback as a kid. Moose's mom was a bit of a hooer.
A bit of a hooer.
It shows Moose watching Night of the Living Dead because why, Jean-Paul?
Because he loves horror movies.
Oh, that's true. But part B, it's in the public domain.
It is in the... That's right. Because, well, you don't have to pay for Night of the Living Dead. We could show it all the way through and us riff
Right.
it.
They could have played the entire hour and a half movie and then ended their movie.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have to pay anybody, I guess.
That's right.
So, anyway, so he's watching it, and with flashback, he's a kid. He's watching Night of the Living Dead as a kid. This guy is pawing all over Moose's mom, and he's like, what about this kid? And she's like, don't worry about my Moosey. He loves TV.
He loves TV.
And then clearly is getting fucked in the background. So that's kind of why Moose is the way he is, I guess.
Sure.
Sure. I mean, It's very lazy writing. This whole movie is fucking poorly written.
Do not make fun of the guy
Okay.
who created wonderful lyrics like,
Right.
I did it all for the nookie.
Yeah, he did it
the
all for the
nookie. So you can thick that cookie
Okay.
and shove it up your ass.
So anyway, so Moose...
Shove it up your ass.
Moose wakes up in the morning. He's fallen asleep, still sitting there. He had sat in this place all night watching this guy's TV. Runs out of the house. Our still hero, Mr. Dunbar, wakes up and goes, well, shit, I'm late. And he grabs his kid up for soccer practice. And as they're driving out of the little gated community, they see Moose. What are they listening to?
Oh, yeah, they're listening to some Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
You okay with some music? You like a little Limp Biscuit?
Sure.
You like a little biscuit?
Yeah.
Yeah? Listen loud. I used to listen to this back in the day. This is hot. Oh my God, that is nice. That is nice.
He even says to his
He
kid,
even eggs on his kid.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to listen to music?
You
You
want
want to listen to music?
you like Limp Bizkit?
Limp
don't you?"
Bizkit! Yeah.
So the writer-director puts his own music in,
Again,
and then
doesn't need to pay for
then
it.
promotes his own music through the characters of his film. The guy, I kind of hope that he had a moose that was stalking him.
You mean Fred Durst? He
Yeah,
did.
He deserved
Again,
it.
this was
Yeah.
loosely based on an event that happened
Well,
to
he
him.
deserved this because he's a fucking terrible, terrible person.
I know you're going to love this shit right here.
Right here. You're going to love this shit right here. So anyway, so he grabs up Moose and he yells at him, tells him that he's stupid fuck, and get out of here and quit stalking him. Which sets Moose
I'm
off.
not a stalker!
He runs away like an 8-year-old. Cut back to Moose at his house, walking around, talking shit, telling everybody off in his fucking imaginary life. Then, knock at the door, Leah shows up. She's worried about old Moosey. Her voiceovers have gotten less frequent, but the most
Still
recent
make no
one-
sense.
Yeah, the most recent one's like, it's not really Moose's fault the way he is, and blah, blah, blah.
But we never get an explanation.
We don't get her full explanation. She comes in and she's like, this is where we find out our idiot-ass friend Moose has been streaming this stuff. He streamed the kiss on social media.
Yeah.
So he wasn't just taking photos and video for himself. He was streaming it live on Facebook.
Or posting it.
Or posting it.
Yeah.
So he's doing illegal shit.
Because
So-
in real life, I mean,
Yeah.
any leaked footage of this actor, however big or small you may be,
Right.
come on.
It's going to get you.
It's going to get viral.
Yeah, it's going to go viral real quick. Like this fucking weirdo was at this guy's house,
Yeah.
So anyway, so she wants to take his phone away from him. Yeah. Oh. She wants to take his phone away from him. Does try to, and he like pushes her and says she's mean. And
I'm blocking you from social media.
Yeah,
You've been blocked.
Right.
You've been blocked.
blocks him from social media. Here's the crazy part. Shuts the door on her, and then says, they're all gonna be sorry.
It's just one of those days.
Cut to where the movie starts to twist. Our hero, Mr. Dunbar, wakes up in his bed with cloth in his mouth, clearly tied by like hundreds of bungee cords down. Laying next to him
On the ground.
on the ground is
Moose.
Moose.
And he's dead.
John Travolta with blood just splattered all over the floor.
He's dead.
And he spits the shit out of his mouth and he's like, you stupid fuck. And he starts screaming for help, but nobody's around to help him because it's middle of the night. Moose jumps up and he yells,
I fooled you! I'm the best actor
I'm the
ever!
best actor ever! I fooled Mr. Dunbar! He goes, hold on, I got a surprise for you. Goes to the other room, comes back, Jason mask on, with a knife.
Not even Jason mask. Full on
Full-on
Jason gear.
Yeah.
I mean,
Walks up with this knife, and you're like, this is where this movie is going to go nuts. He brings the knife down several times. It's a fake knife. Doesn't hurt him. It's got fake blood on it. He goes, I fooled Mr. Dunbar.
I'm the best actor ever.
Hi, Hunter Dunbar. I fooled him. Ha, 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 ha. And then so Dunbar starts yelling at him, as anybody would at this point. And then he starts screaming back at him, why are you so mean to me? I just want an autograph. Then he goes to his bag. He's like, what's in the bag, man? Mr. Dunbar's like freaking out.
he's like, that's for later.
Pulls out a gas can. He starts singing Steelers Wheel. Stuck in the middle with you.
I mean,
It's,
Quentin Tarantino. I mean, this is where I asked Randy.
Yeah.
I said, look, This movie needs to be viewed by myself, Randy, and Quentin Tarantino, and John Travolta in the corner.
Yeah.
Cowering away, going, I can't believe I made this movie. I can't believe you're in this movie.
I mean, I don't know what Tarantino thought of this film. Maybe I'll find out where his house is.
Because
drive there to ask him.
drive him to ask him, yeah.
But anyway,
Get the Stars app, it's all right.
Get the Stars app. So now you think this guy's going to go like full on crazy.
And burn him to life.
And so Mr. Dunbar starts going, please don't burn my fucking house down. Please don't kill me. And he goes, I would never burn your house down. It's fake. Why are you so mean? And he sits down and he's like, what the hell is it?
It's Emmett dance.
Emmett does a dance now. He's bored. So he's like, why are you doing this? No. So we get this whole montage. He goes, Mr. Dunbar kind of talks him down. Then he says, please don't kill my kid, which sets the guy off again.
I wouldn't kill your kid. I love your son. I love you.
He goes, I'm hungry. And he goes in the kitchen and he eats this like strawberry preserve shit. And then comes back in and yells at him for not having ice cream and telling him that the kid is going to want ice cream. And
horror movies.
Yeah, and loves horror movies. And you're a bad parent, basically. So this is where Dunbar gets an idea. He's like, hey, I'm real sorry. I'm just scared. Aren't you scared? He's like, yeah, I just want to go home. So he says, I tell you what, bud, why don't you sit down here and try this acting thing with me? We'll both calm down.
It's called visualization.
Visualization. And he tells this story about how they're going to be best buddies when this is all over. They're going to go eat at the finest restaurants.
And the movie gives you mood lighting.
Yeah,
it turns all
to like
pink,
like a pink
hue, and it's all nice and love.
John Travolta grabs him and he's like, I love you so much.
I love you.
Hugs him.
I love you.
He's like, why don't you let go of my hands? We'll go get these ice creams and start this whole adventure. And he unties the guy, right? Then we cut back to reality because Hunter Dunbar, he's got some homicidal tendencies. Dude's got a gun. He grabs it, shoots Travolta.
Shoots his fingers off his hand.
Yeah, blows his hand apart. Grabs a knife because the gun's done at that point. I guess he has to reload, but he throws it down. Grabs a knife, cuts his legs loose, gets down off the bed.
Pushes him down a flight of stairs. Which was amazing.
It was amazing. Reloads the gun, kicks him down the other part of the stairs, down into the foyer. Walks up to him, and he's like, I just love your movie so much.
I love him so much.
And he takes the gun and blows the two shells by each ear, so he's deaf now. Throws the gun down, pulls a knife out, brings it down into the dude's eye.
He straight up
stabs him in the eye.
It's just one
Then
of
he
those
starts
days.
to realize what he's doing. He's torturing this poor crazy man. So he throws the knife down. He sits down. He's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What is happening here? Blood's all over the place. He's on his shirt. He grabs the towel. He wraps the guy's hand up. He picks him up, tells Moose, get the fuck out, shoves him out the door.
Literally just shoves him out.
Then he sits down. Cut to Moose on Hollywood Boulevard, bleeding all over the fucking place. Got these Australian dudes or whatever, or Spanish guys, think that he's like an actor, and they take pictures with him. He's like bleeding from his.
But he almost smiles, dude.
He almost smiles, yeah. Fucking our other character, Leah, shows up out of nowhere. I don't even know why or how she even sees him.
She must be like a guardian angel.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know if she's real. Honestly.
I don't understand her character.
Yeah. So she says, we're going to get you help, get you to the hospital. Then she does a voiceover that's like, so you think Moose is the bad guy here? He's not. Well, I'm worried about the dead, because and I told John Paul this several times in the movie. I'm like, what about the dead lady that's in this guy's backyard? Nobody's
the
mentioned
housekeeper.
Her. The gardener found her, called the cops. So now they open the door up, and Hunter Dunbar's standing there covered in blood. It looked like he killed his fucking maid. And he keeps talking about this guy that showed up. Nobody believes him. I mean, they do have social media of it. Hopefully down the road they'll figure it out.
I mean, now you're just making your own movie.
No, I'm just saying, though, like, I don't know what's going to happen. And it just ends with this guy getting away with it. That's it. Yeah. That's how it ends.
Yeah.
And the credits go into the opening. And
it's like an opening credit.
It's like an opening loop. Like,
it's an opening loop. It's brilliant. It's like when you think it's over, it's not. It just...
So,
yeah.
So Jean-Paul,
Schlockfest.
Schlock. This was a pile of dreck. It was a fucking
Ooh,
horrible
dreck.
film. It was. You got me on this one, buddy.
I got you.
You tricked me with my boyfriend's back, and this movie, I would have not paid to see this movie. I wouldn't have watched this for free.
But Randy.
But we enjoyed it.
But Randy,
Yeah.
it has made, as of today,
Yes, how much?
$3,153 in the cinema. Now it's on VOD. You can rent it for $3.99 on Google, on Amazon, whatever. You can watch this for $4. It's cheaper than going to see it in the theater.
I don't know how this got made.
Fred Durst.
I don't understand it.
Rolling, rolling. Because you have to have faith.
I'm just at a loss. And I guess mainly because, to me, what it's saying is, and first off, fuck Fred Durst. I've never liked that guy. I don't give a fuck about his music's terrible. I've never been a fan of his. Okay. At the end of the day, I want to say he had a bad stalker. Okay. Not all fans are like that. We're movie fans. We're movie buffs. We call ourselves. We go to horror movie conventions.
We cosplay.
I've geeked out. I've talked to celebrities and I've geeked out, and I've talked to celebrities and not geeked out. I don't know what these people want. You know what I mean? Like the movie says it. The opening says, Dunbar, you are a fan. Without you, I am nothing. Right? Yeah. And that's true to a point. I get that they don't owe us anything. You don't owe me your autograph. But if I pay $25 for it,
or
more, you owe me an autograph and a picture if you agree to do that. To me, it's like these people involved in this movie are throwing their middle finger up to everybody and saying, "Hey, fuck you." Now
that's one perspective, though.
Yeah.
That's what's very interesting about this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, even though yes, it's in Schlockfest, you can really think about it. I mean, like I kept telling Randy, who really is the true villain in this movie?
Right.
Is it the crazed fan, or is it the asshole celebrity? There is no line, and that was the misstep of this movie as well, because it didn't give you a clear line of who really is.
Yeah.
The bad guy.
It didn't really tell you. Like, all I got from this movie is that everybody's a piece of shit.
Everybody is a piece of shit.
And at the end of the day, I guess it's hard for some people because John Travolta was the hottest actor in the 90s. And to see him sniffing stuff behind his ear and playing this character in this movie that was made for $12 million and has made $3,000, it is a sad state of affairs.
How much does Scientology get?
Yeah,
That's what I want to know.
Scientology gets about $350.
$350. So let Scientology get some more money. Check this movie out.
So that's that. My take is I have been thoroughly schlocked.
Yeah. So I don't know. How do we rate this?
Yeah.
How do we rate this movie?
I would like to rate it as 1 sniff behind the ear.
Oh. And I would give it 2 kisses in the forehead.
Yeah.
And I love yous out of 10.
I guess at the end of the day, we're all a little bit fanatical.
We are. Hey, and hey, so next time?
Yeah.
Next time, my boyfriend's back for Wendy. We'll do it for you, Wendy.
My boyfriend's
back.
1993.
1993.
Our next one.
Yep.
Check out all of our other fine programming choices on Zombie Takeover TV's Facebook page. Our other episodes are on Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, as well as the Schlockfest page.
Yeah.
Give us a like in the comments. What do you think? Have you seen this film?
Yeah.
Have you ever met somebody that you were obsessed with and geeked out? Tell us in the comments below. Email us.
Yeah.
Let us know what the thoughts are.
This is Jean-Paul Mantia.
And I've been Ray McGuff. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.
I feel like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance. Cause right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous. Right. Now I'm dangerous. And if my day keeps going this way, I just might break your fucking face.